Well, this is an old oil chain lubricating unit. Now, I've had bikes for a long time, as you can see. I've had Scott OILER ones on it before, but I've sold the bikes, and Scott OILER's so dear, I wanted a replacement oil chain lubricator, automatic one. So I see these ones COBRA, and they look good, and then I see these ones called this name, GIGIBLL or whatever it's called. Well, you call it what you want, but this is what it's called. Nemo 2. So it says Nemo 2 on it. So anyway, I fitted one of them, very simple to fit. Basically one tube goes out of here all the way back to wherever you want to fit. You can fit it up here if you wish. I've fitted mine down by nearer the back of the chain, just there. I've had to cut 2 grooves into this fitting bit here. Oh, bad video, sorry. That bit there, I cut 2 grooves into that, and then it goes through that arm down to the arm at the bottom, and then you can just leave it, put it where you want it. I've put it there. I did have it back touching the rear sprocket, but the gap between the rear sprocket and the chain is so narrow, when you're pushing the bike back it just twists back the other way because of the flex in the tube. So I've decided to mount it there, wait to see what the wind does, if the wind blows it oil everywhere. But that's where I've mounted it. Alright, so this is the kit. I bought it from China online. That's the kit. Now, this is what you get in the kit. Obviously you get the unit, which is that. You get the cable. You get this bit that the cable goes into, and it locks into there. It's got a self-locking system inside there. This is a spare. They get a spare one. You've got a spare O-ring. Another clamp for clamping it on. There's one already down, but this is a longer one. And you get a section of cable ties. Came in a box like this, simple little box like this. Came from Alibaba. You get instructions. Quite simple instructions. When you work out how it works, really is such a simple system. Now these instructions make it look like it's rocket science, but it's not really. So this is the unit. It's got a cap. The whole thing moves. The whole unit moves, but the bottom bit does not. This bit underneath does not move. That's fixed to the bracket. So when you turn this, or turn the top, it all turns around, and of course if that bit's not moving, it's pressurising the system. So it pressuриses it. And obviously the only place for it to go is down the tube onto your chain. So it's a simple system. Now this bit, turning that left to the left, takes the lid off. It doesn't pressurise the system, it just takes the lid off. And that's what you get. Excuse me, sorry about that. So there's your spare seal. We'll go there, and your spare, the other bit is that bit there, spare. I don't know why they give you spares, but well, if you do, and you've got enough cable to do a good length of whatever length we want to go from, even from the handlebars, if you want to mount on the handlebars. I didn't mine on the handlebars simply because there's no room, and couldn't get it to go with the bracket, so it could actually turn. So I just thought I'd mount it down here. Some people might say it's near too hot, the engine, but the oil can take the temperature. It might pressurise itself, I don't know, under the heat, but I doubt it. But if it does, I'll just move it. So anyway, so that's it. It looks full, but when you actually wind it up, wind it back to the top, look at the oil's going right down. So it's not full. I've used quite a bit out of this. So it's not full. And then you just fill it up. You just get your choice of oil. Gear oil or whatever what you want to put. Obviously you can't put spray can stuff in it. I've got Scott OILER, the blue Scott OILER, just simply because I've got loads of it. It's only about £7 a bottle, and just top it up like that. Literally, it's full now. And that is meant to, a quarter of a turn is meant to give you 3 minutes. So as soon as I turn that, that'll go tight. Wherever it goes tight. And it's primed, ready to go now. So as soon as I turn that way, a quarter of a turn to here, I'm going to get 3 minutes of oil drip out of the thing. Now I'll show you. I'll turn that. I'll prime that. So when I turn that, the whole unit's going to turn. You watch, the whole unit's turning. See, it's turning at the bottom. Now I'm going to turn it halfway so you can get a, you can see a decent amount come out of there. Now it's starting to drip out the bottom. I don't know if you can see that. But it's starting to drip out the bottom. See, when your bike's moving, that would be oiling your bike, and that would probably drip for 2 minutes, 3 minutes. And obviously, your chain's going round that way, so it's making a nice little drip on your chain. Now, some people may say you mounted it wrong. I can mount it so many different ways. The wind might affect this and push it back a bit, but it's going to have to be pretty powerful wind to take it out of the chain line. And I'm going to put a bit of silicone on there just to, when I've got it actually where I want it, I'm going to put a bit of silicone there so that can't actually move. So that's it. You can see how much oil's dripped onto it in the last. If I don't want it dripping too much, I'll just turn this back the opposite way, the whole unit, not just the top, because they'll just take the top off, and that will stop the chain. That should stop the oil at the back dripping, which it nearly has. So it's very simple. Just cable tie it down where you want it. You get these cable ties in the kit. Cable tie it down where you want to fit it. I'll put tape round just to set the swing arm a little bit on this motorbike, which is a BENELLI TRK 502X 500cc power little twin. And there you go, simple system. I find it's very simple to fit. It's very simple. £15 from AliExpress. I bought this one from AliExpress. £15, no problem at all. 3 weeks it took to deliver. And it's just such a simple system. And for £15, if it's rubbish, I'll just chuck it away, you know. But it's a lot cheaper than £80 for the Scott OILER system, and then you've got to link it into the carburetors. And that's it, all your tools you really need. There's a pair of scissors to cut your cable ties, and I think it's a 4mm Allen key for the adjustment bar at the back, which is this little bar here. This little bar here, where that tube's going through, you can adjust it, and there's a little screw just there, adjusted from the other side. You can lock that in any position you want, so it can be fully back, fully forward. So it works quite well. As you can see, it's stopped dripping now. That's the amount of oil I push through. And there's a unit. They're on the marketplace. You can get them in this country, in the UK, for about £27, £30 off eBay. But AliExpress is half the price, and that's including postage. Takes a bit of a long time to cut them. You can't get it in a couple of days. You have to wait 2 or 3 weeks. But there's also a system out there called COBRA, which is exactly the same. I don't know if this company make it for them, but this has got Nemo 2 written on it around here on the other side now. If I undo that, it says, am I pressurising it? Don't know. It says Nemo 2. Oh, and the COBRA one is exactly the same. You can get them in a whole range of colours: silver, gold, black. This one's, well, metallic metal. You get them because it matches the bike. You can get a whole load of range of colours. I mounted it here. You've got this little mounting pin here, aluminium, and obviously you've got a longer one as well. You can get a 22mm to go around a clamp round here. If you want a 22mm one, you can go around there, or on the handlebars. Most handlebars are 22mm. Mine aren't. Mine are 30 something, but 22mm at that point. But 30 something here. but I chose not to handlebar mount it. So there you go, there's what it's called, a GIGIBLL or COBRA. Alright, hopefully this is any good to someone. How to do it, how to fit it, very simple. Don't think it's complicated, because it really is one tubing to the back and plug in, and then just fill it up and turn it. Alright, sign off, bye.